Hey, Kris. I'll start with the lineup changes. Looks like Cody's coming out and Vincent's coming in. Can you just maybe give us a thought on why you made that change and if you have any other ones coming up?
No, we just have Vinny, who's played very well for us this year. Whether it's been through the playoffs or regular season, we have a lot of confidence in him. He can move the puck out. He's a big defender. We just need to, we've inserted some new bodies, new life into our lineup throughout the playoffs, and it's paid off. So we've got an excellent, capable person who hasn't been playing the last few games. We feel that he can help us.
We'll go fourth row on the right page.
Kris, Connor was just talking about with the lineup changes that we've seen throughout the postseason, everyone keeps the same mentality. They understand everyone's pulling on the same rope. Can you just explain what that does to your room in terms of the fact that they all keep that same mentality and positive attitude no matter if they're in the lineup or not?
Well, throughout the year, I've talked about this team being very, very close, very tight, and very dedicated to win. And whatever role that they get, whether it's a first-line player or fourth-line player, in and out of the lineup, whatever it is, they've always checked their egos. They've always thought about the team first. And because of that mentality, when we've inserted those guys, we haven't missed a beat. We haven't changed the style of play. We haven't done anything differently. We just have guys who are reset and refocused and are able to help our team move forward.
Front left, Mark.
What's it like, Kris, going to a guy like Cody Ceci, an NHL veteran, played 79 games? I assume you talk to him, maybe your assistant does, but how do you tell that guy that he's coming out of your lineup at this moment?
Yeah, it's not easy. You've got a player that's been a big part of our team and has played very well, and we've had those difficult decisions with other players throughout the playoffs. And it's not easy for me. But, I think what I talked about with Paige there, answering her question is, we're in it for the best for our team. And we feel that this is something that's going to help our team. And maybe it's not fair for Cody coming out of the lineup or whoever it was in the past, but we feel that the lineup changes that we are making, either we're adding more speed, more size, more scoring, a penalty kill, or whatever it is, we feel that slight advantage or that change is going to help us move forward. And there's going to be a time where Cody's back in the lineup because we need what he brings.
Front row right, Kevin.
Kris, you were talking a few seconds ago about role players. One I would like to ask you about is Sam Carrick, a guy I've known for a good long time. What's he brought since he's come to the organization in terms of being able to provide what you need out of him when he plays?
He's been great. We wanted some depth to our lineup. And, here's a guy that's been doing some penalty kill, key on face-offs. Especially we don't have any right-handed centermen. Him and Derek Ryan share that responsibility. He's been great on the face-offs. And, through the regular season, he's chipped in with some offense. But, I think the biggest thing is just his defensive play has been really strong for us. And also adding some a physical element to our game. So, it's been nice when he's been playing.
We'll take a few more. Front right, Jim.
Will Carrick be playing this evening?
That'll be a game time decision. We've got some question marks, but he'll be on the ice for a warm-up.
So Kane is in, he says, so another forward has to come out, correct?
If Sam was to play, yes.
We'll go center left, Wish.
Sorry, Kris. Do you anticipate changes to Leon's line, maybe getting Henrique a bit of a look next to him?
That's a possibility. Leon has had so many line mates. He's been up and down. Well, he's not been up and down. He's pretty much in his spot. But other players have been up and down playing with him. And Henrique will definitely be having some shifts with Leon. Whether that's regularly, we'll see how the game goes.
Second row right, Ryan.
Yeah, just on that second line, I mean, you've been trying some different things in and around in there. Ideally, what is the right thing that these players need to be bringing with them to Leon's line? Like, what are you looking for as a fit with him?
I think the same thing I look for with Connor. Somebody's really good on the walls, break out the puck, get him the puck. Obviously it's best to maintain possession going in the offensive zone and not having to chip and chase all the time. But if that play is not there, then they recognize that the puck does get in deep. I think it's also important to have some speed with them, to get in the forecheck, to break up plays, so we're not defending. And then also just having some finishing, some guys that can score, because you're playing with, one of the best playmaking centers in the NHL. If you've got guys who aren't gifted at finishing, you're kind of wasting his talent. So that's another attribute.
Front left, Pierre.
Kris, it's been an interesting couple of games in the sense that, when you win the Western Final, but the shots are 34-10, often a coach doesn't want to touch winning lineup, but you obviously felt he didn't like everything you saw in that game. You lose game one here, but there are a lot of things you liked in that game. What's your philosophy on tweaking lineups based on wins or losses, or more about performance, I guess, is what I'm getting at?
I've always talked to the players about not looking so much at the score. If the performance and the execution is really well executed, then most times you're going to end up on the right side. And you can't control luck or a goaltender or how the opposition plays. Ultimately, we're trying to play our best. And if we're playing our best, we should be happy when it's done. And there's times when we're not at our best, and for some reason, because of luck or because of goaltending or because of just maybe our power play, we'll be winning games, and we shouldn't be happy with just winning games. So, you got to be careful on how much you look at wins and losses, and it's difficult not to look at wins and losses because that's what the game's about. It's about winning and losing, especially when you get at this point of the season. So, it's a fine line.